Hello, my name's Austin Petersen, and I work at the Libertarian National Committee in Washington, D.C. Since Davos has requested topics covering decentralization and economics, I would like to propose an idea that would benefit poor and middle-class citizens and reduce the ability for governments to wage war. The Libertarians propose freedom of choice in all areas. Specifically, we would like to see a more progressive banking system that serves the needs of all citizens and reduces the transfer of wealth from the poor and the middle class to the wealthy in a hidden tax called inflation. We can understand the idea behind the creation of central banking systems post-Revolutionary War. Knowing that many different types of currencies were in circulation in the late 1700s, the common man was unable to discern the value of the many different types of money that were available. However, technology has sophisticated man to the point where central banking is unnecessary, and transactions should now be offered in whatever currency people desire. This decentralization gives more choices and power to consumers who can buy and sell electronically in whatever currency is suitable to them. Libertarians propose decentralization and dissolution of central banks so as to give more freedom of choice to Americans. For example, Congressman Ron Paul in December of 2007 introduced a Competing Currencies Act that would introduce much-needed competition into the system. With this act, citizens would have the ability to choose which currency they want to trade in, and banks would be incentivized to keep inflation low. Central banking in the United States places a monopoly over citizens' choices. This gives governments ultimate power over the people and our lives, because money is essentially a nation's livelihood. When politicians do not wish to raise taxes, they can simply print whatever is needed, and this system can actually support perpetual war policies. For example, the current occupations in Iraq and Afghanistan are partially funded through the printing of vast sums of dollars. Thus, we can assume that by eliminating central banking, you are also reducing the ability of politicians to wage war. Inflation is a hidden tax. People's savings can be wiped out without their consent by unaccountable, unelected central banking establishments. If you have $1,000 in the bank and the value of the dollar goes down 20%, well, you've now lost $200 of your hard-earned money. On the other hand, with the introduction of competition, banks can issue currency and be forced to have responsible lending and banking practices. Insurance companies would be able to provide safety nets to help with individual losses if a bank were to fail. These banks could have commodity-backed currencies such as gold and silver, or be backed by other forms of valuable assets, thereby increasing the currency's value. I'll conclude this with a quote from Thomas Jefferson. "I believe that banking institutions are more dangerous to our liberties than standing armies. The issuing power should be taken from the banks and restored to the people to whom it properly belongs." Thank you.